This video has not been sponsored or influenced in any way by Steele Industries. These thoughts and opinions are 100% my own. We will be covering the buying experience from Steele Industries as well as my overall satisfaction with the Night Fighter package. Considering that this package is more or less just a combination of other companies' products, I will actually be focusing less on the contents itself and more on the experience. Though we will be talking about the package as a whole, just not enough to negate the possibility for an individual review of any individual product in the package. So, from the beginning, let's discuss who I am as a buyer and who are you. So, I am a regular civilian, just looking to own the night in my own way, go on night vision hikes, share the experience with friends and family, as well as take camping and shooting. Just learn about a very interesting technology. I'm not an expert, though I'm informed enough to not want to get ripped off, and I wanted to just overall be satisfied and feel like I got a reasonable deal. Long story short, my ultimate conclusion is that I do believe that this was achieved through Steele Industries. I learned about Steele Industries on Reddit through the r/Night Vision subreddit, hearing them mentioned quite a bit, though they are not the only contenders, and there is a healthy amount of competition. One thing on the topic of Reddit, Goonin Gear, who I actually purchased my laser aiming device from, as well as possibly a few other things, they have a presence on Reddit. I often see their account helping people who are posting on that subreddit. Steele Industries does not have a presence on there, though I would like to see that. It's always good to see a company, especially one where if you're putting this much money into them, a way to contact them and just know that they're on multiple platforms. We will go deeper into my experience with customer service, though, as it's still satisfactory, but it's worth noting that Goonin has a presence on Reddit. So, about Steele Industries customer service, one thing that I absolutely love about that experience, even before making the purchase, is that visiting their website, they have a real live chat feature. So, that means even during my odd hours, which is typically I find myself possibly in the early morning hours, it could be 2 or 3 a.m. working my normal job, by the way. I'm not flooded with money, so I take these dollars seriously. I could be at my job, maybe on my lunch break. It could be early in the morning, 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, let's say. And believe it or not, on multiple occasions, using the live chat feature, I was able to access somebody, a real person at Steele Industries to speak with through a quick live chat to answer a question. One of these occasions, I did not even ask to start the live chat. A live chat was started with me by somebody at Steele Industries just on their own. The chat bubble popped up, and that is very valuable. So, let's progress. What did I pay to my door for the Night Fighter package? I have all of the dates we're going to go through and everything, so I have this all broken down into great detail. I paid $4,420.23 to my door for the whole package. Right now, if you look at it though, on their website, the price has changed to $4,700 with no other factors included. Just for the Night Fighter package, I believe that shipping is $50 on top of that, and possibly tax or anything else. So they changed that to $4,700 for the cheapest option, which is what I have. You can see on my channel a lot of POV footage and third-person footage. Feel free to check that out. It's a Elbit thin-filmed white phosphor. It's the cheapest option there. Right now, though, $4,700, so that is up from a little over $4,400. I don't know if that is with an increase in quality. It just says Elbit thin-filmed white phosphor, which is what I have. So I'm going to take that as a price increase. Now, to their credit, they did update the website. What exactly I received in my Night Fighter package is not exactly what was pictured on the website, but they did update it. The retention lanyard is, I believe, the only thing that did not match the photographs, though now they do. So feel confident that with the updated pictures on the website, you are getting what is photographed. Let's go ahead and look at the dates now that I have written down. So I ordered on 10/29/22, October 29th. I decided to use the check method of payment. They offer quite a few different payment methods, and the cheapest one, even though it is the most time consuming, is what I went with, which is just writing them a check and sending it to them. So I paid or made the order on 10/29. They received my check on 11/1, so November 1st, from an October 29th order date. From there, the check, of course, had to process, and it cleared on November 7th. And from November 7th, it took until November 21st for them to ship the package. Of course, the shipping is overnight or a one-day shipping. It arrived on 11/22 without the Hellstar 6 IR strobe. So on their website, you'll see where it mentions that some items may ship separately. This was not information that I was given upon checkout. I actually opened the box and took everything out, and then noticed that it was missing the strobe. And then I received a second tracking number, and I contacted them just to make sure everything was okay. It was the strobe that shipped secondary. That did not arrive until the 25th. So my package arrived on the 22nd, and on the 25th, I guess you could say the complete package has been fulfilled, with the IR strobe now landing at my doorstep. So what does this mean? My experience essentially was 1 month, but of course for you this depends on your payment method. One very important consideration is the hand select option that you're given. You do not have to hand select, but it is highly recommended. Do a little bit of research on specifications and go ahead and choose the hand select option. Now what this means is they will give you a call at some point, and whether you answer or not, I failed to answer the first call and they left a voicemail so I could call back. It's essentially a phone call where they want you to list out what you'd like to see in a tube with these specs. They're willing to really go out of their way. They'll send you photographs if you want. I did not really care for that. I just went with listing off a bunch of specs. Now, one resource that I highly recommend, not the only resource, but one, is if you do a web search for Night Walker, Night Vision Specifications for Dummies 101. That web page is a great starting point to give you basic numbers on what you may want in your device. So for an example, my PVS 14, this is a single unit that I purchased from them. It has a rating of 33.2 SNR, 2,124.8 FOM, halo of 0.71, 1,987 photocathode sensitivity, 64 resolution, and 2.01 EBI. Of those specs, the only ones that I questioned, or the only one, is the EBI rating. But after doing more research, and especially after having the unit in my hand, I have come to the conclusion that a 2.01 EBI is totally acceptable, even when doing some astronomy. So, wrapping the video up here, I'd like to say, just back on the customer service, I actually called back multiple times. Of course, this is a big decision for me, and it was just a large purchase. And after reading off the specs that I desired, and the man who I spoke with on the phone, he went through several units with me on the phone. We've settled on the one that I have, which meets actually essentially all of the specs that I listed. I kept calling back, though. I called back multiple times, at least. I think I called back twice, in all honesty, where I was just making sure that we found the right unit. So it got to the point where, and I know that this is what people in customer service have to deal with, but I was probably getting a little bit annoying. So eventually I took the leap and accepted the first unit. Actually is what we still landed on, the first unit that they recommended. And I am completely satisfied. So let's go ahead into the packaging. I don't have it all in front of me, but I do have some of it here in front of me right now as I record this audio. I have the hard case. There's a hard shell case, which I did look up online, and I believe it's nothing fancy. It's nothing expensive. I think it's probably somewhere between $10 and $20 available on a website like Amazon for the shell case with foam where the PVS 14 sits. And inside of that, you have your spec sheet, you have a warranty card, you have a patch of an owl, you have a thank you for your business card, and just various papers that you would imagine that you would have with such a unit, as well as a receipt. And it's a usable case. It's high quality and it is usable. You also do have a lens pen, which is a useful tool which I have already used for cleaning the lenses of your device. Have a cleaning cloth, as well as a clear case and the retention lanyard. Other than that, I feel like a majority of the packaging is actually for the Team Wendy helmet. Now, more information, if I end up reviewing the helmet on its own, will of course be available there. But needless to say, plenty of packaging, as well as some accessories to attach items to the Team Wendy helmet, and even a nice bag to carry it all in that is coming with the Team Wendy helmet. It's simple packaging, but everything arrived organized and without any damage. Very nice. So let's just go to my uses now. Do I think that the Night Fighter package is a good product to sell as a whole to a consumer such as myself, who is kind of just an all-around user? Absolutely. The only thing, if I had to just pick one thing that is least in place in the package, I would say maybe the strobe, because in most cases you might not need that as just a regular person who is possibly even on your own. But I have found myself using it. I used it at least one time so far, having the unit for a number of weeks now, on a piece of public land. It was during hunting season, even though people are not supposed to be out there hunting right now legally. I still decided to turn the visible strobe light on so that in case anybody was out there, they knew that it was me walking around and I had the strobe on my head. So it actually, even to that degree, works. And everything else in the package is extremely high quality, and it all fits together very well. So I am ultimately very satisfied. The PVS 14 unit, I believe that's possibly the most intimate that Steele Industries gets with the actual products in this package, as it's assembled by them, to my knowledge. I have heard negative stories about that. Please feel free to share them if you have any. Some people have taken their units apart and don't like exactly how they're assembled, or maybe there's too much lubrication on some threads. I've heard, as you do with any company, negative stories. All I can say is I have not taken mine apart, so disclaimer there, but everything is functioning perfectly fine. I love, even just using it earlier this morning, I love the view through this unit, and the Night Fighter package as a whole, from me, gets a 5-star rating. I absolutely love it. So thank you very much, and I truly hope that you enjoyed this video and possibly learned something or found any value in it whatsoever. If so, please do remember to leave this video a thumbs up. Most important, please share the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for taking the time, and have a good one.